Hi there, my super opinionated game show warriors. Yes, it is finally time to announce the 100 qualifiers for the People's Top 100 UK game shows of all time. You've been voting in your tens. Absolutely tens of you have voted. Whoa, so many people have voted. No, we had 75 sets of nominations in the end, 231 different shows nominated. Thank you for all your votes. It means we can do this. This is now a thing. Woohoo! Just to clarify a couple of things before we start. Obviously, we have picked the top 20 shows from the 5 different decades. So the 70s and before, the 80s, the 90s, the noughties, and then the 2010s and the 20s. So the 100 shows nominated may not necessarily be the actual top 100. Maybe I'll release that at a different date. But that's up to you to speculate which shows may have benefited from being in certain decades. It's not as predictable as you might think. So I'll allow you to speculate about that. Before we get on to the nominations themselves, I just want to say one more thing. 4 shows were kicked out for not qualifying as game shows that would have got enough votes to be in. They were the Eurovision Song Contest. I mean, I love Eurovision, but that's not a game show for this list. Have I Got News for You, on the basis of it being a panel show. Love Island was also have qualified, but again, I did say no reality, and that's a reality show. The only one that was a little bit on the cusp was The Masked Singer, which I put to a vote to you guys, and you ultimately decided that Masked Singer should go out. So Masked Singer is out. The one that survived was Call My Bluff, which is in. So, without further ado, let's find out what is in the top 100.
So here we go. These are the 100 shows that you nominated to be in the top 100. We're going to start with the 20 shows from the 70s and earlier. They are 3-2-1, A Question of Sport, Ask the Family, Blankety Blank, Call My Bluff, Celebrity Squares, Gambit, Just a Minute, Mastermind, Mr. and Mrs. slash Shiona Shian, it's sort of Welsh original version, Name That Tune, Pop Black, Sale of the Century, Superstars, Take Your Pick, The $64,000 Question, The Generation Game, The Golden Shot, The Krypton Factor, and finally, University Challenge. Okay, so those are the 20 for the 70s and earlier. We're going to move on to the 80s. These are the 20 shows you nominated. 15-1, Blockbusters, Bullseye, Catchphrase, Chain Letters, Countdown, Crosswits, Every Second Counts, Family Fortunes, Funhouse, Going for Gold, Interceptor, Nightmare, Play Your Cards Right, Strike It Lucky / Rich, The Adventure Game, The Price is Right, Treasure Hunt, Wheel of Fortune, and You Bet. Good luck separating those ones, guys. Okay, but we now move on to the 90s. And these are the 20 shows nominated. Big Break, Finders Keepers, Fluke, Fort Boyard, Get Your Own Back, Gladiators, Jungle Run, Robot Wars, Scrap Heap Challenge, Supermarket Sweep, The Crystal Maze, The Moment of Truth, Turnabout, Wanted, Whittle, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Win Beadle's Money, Win, Lose or Draw, Winning Lines, and Wipeout. Okay, those are the nominations for the 90s. We move on to the noughties. The 20 are 1 versus 100, Deal or No Deal, Divided, Duel, Eggheads, Golden Balls, In It to Win It, Only Connect, Pointless, Poker Face, Raven, Stakeout, The Chase, The Cube, The Mole, The People versus, The Vault, The Weakest Link, Total Wipeout, and Who Dares Wins. That is the naughties. Interesting. And finally, we move to the tens. Now, this is the one I was most intrigued to see what was going to be nominated. And now I can show you these are the 20. Impossible, 1000 Heartbeats, Breakaway, Cash Trapped, 5 Minutes to a Fortune, Hive Minds, Hole in the Wall, Perfection, Richard Osman's House of Games, Secret Fortune, Taskmaster, Tenable, The Button, The Code, The Exit List, The Hit List, The £1 Million Drop / the 100k Drop, The Question Jury, Tipping Point, and finally, the final show, Trapped. And those are your 100 nominations for Game Show of the Year. So these are the Game Show of the Year. What am I talking about? Your top 100 of all time. So this is the next stage. So you've seen the 5 heats. Each one has 20 shows in, but only 8 from each one can get through to the semi-finals to make 2 semi-finals of 20 shows, 40 shows in total. So you're voting for your top 40. A voting form should be up with this video, so find that and you can start voting. You'll be able to vote for your top 8 in each decade. Get voting, the more votes the merrier, and then once we've got those votes in, we'll do a video showing the results of the heats. That's very exciting. So who's going to go through, who's going to miss out, who's got no chance at all? You can talk about it now all over Bobber's Bar, Twitter, whatever you like. And I'll see you for the first video soon. See you later.